Good evening, MLE Rocket League fans. I am staged and I am happy to present to you some of the best amateur Rocket League you will find anywhere. Joining me this evening to make it sound like I can kind of talk about Rocket League is Chaser. How you doing, Chaser?
Good. Well, we just saw a great matchup between these two franchises in the Premier League. Now we're going to jump down to the Champion League and see what these two teams can do. Starting it out, we're going to have the Blizzards throwing out Flay, Missoul, and Strike Shut. And the Knights are going to be throwing out Blizzard Chill, Monotone Jones, and Pool Sharker. And I think it's going to be a tough matchup for both of these teams. I believe you said that they were middle of the road right now in their respective divisions, so they're trying to push to get up into the upper echelon of their divisions.
Right. Now, Knights have a little bit more of a competitive division. They're a couple of games down. They're at a 10-15 record at the moment, but they're fourth in their division. However, Blizzard at 13-12, only, 3 games ahead, they're second in their division. Now, the big thing I want to think about here as we get started on the kickoff is Blizzard Chill playing for the Knight. Let's not get that one mixed. I'm going to mess it up at least once. But Blizzard Chill will take it for the Knights here on the kickoff, but an immediate boom downfield for the Blizzard, and they're going to convert that into a goal. Flay with the high flying play.
It's almost like the Blizzard wanted that play to happen. Some great play coming out from Flay. Good read off the backboard. A bounce shot to get it away from Monotone Jones, and the 5 seconds off the clock is all they needed. Holy.
Absolutely phenomenal thing. I guess when you've got, 4 Blizzards on the field, to 2 Knights or 3 Knights, it just becomes a little bit more difficult. You have to be worried about the possibility of a double agent. Pool Sharker a little bit short on that challenge. Out to Blizzard Chill for the Knights. Knights stuff taken out of their own backfield. 50-50 comes up great for Blizzard Chill. Sends that all the way downfield. Monotone Jones going to set this infield. Missoul is there to break it away, send it away. And Missoul following that one up himself. Out to the sideboard, Strike Shut, looking for the double tap, not going to come away with it. Play off the backboard, one more, but no. Big clearing downfield. That's a goal for the Knights, an equalizer.
Hey, it's kind of like we were seeing in the Premier League game. Just a big booming clear down the field from downtown it goes, and just inside the post it goes. Right back to a tie ball game here, only this time the Knights are the ones that are doing it and not the Blizzard.
We're going to have to see if it turns out the same story with the Blizzard this time, being the ones with that choking, aggressive, oppressive offense. It's looking like the same story, to be honest. Flay setting this one up, forcing the Knights to the backboard, forcing them to play so defensive. Blizzard Chill gets a bit of an awkward touch here, holds that one out, 50-50 to the midfield. Missoul should be there to pick it up, but it's a little bit of space, a little bit of breathing room and boost room for the Knights.
Yeah, and a great job from them to get it back to midfield, to give them that breathing room, like you said. They just got to allow themselves to get those clears and continue to have boost in the process as well. Maybe look for a pass to get an outlet going, and there's a shot coming in. As Strike Shot getting an assist to play.
We talk about Premier League always having players in position, but even in Champ League, when you get a beautiful textbook pass like that off the corner, there's going to be someone there to pick it up and convert that into a solid, quick goal.
Yeah, Champ League are no slouches of their own, just a couple of more mechanical mistakes typically that you'll see compared to the Premier League boys and girls. But it's the other shot coming in from Flay. That's a hat trick here in the first minute and a half.
Now, Flay, on the standings, on the individual stats, appears to be on paper the lowest performing member of the Blizzard. But in this game, not showing that whatsoever, absolutely putting the rest of the Blizzard in their backpack. And Flay coming out here, turning this into the Flay show.
Yeah, Missoul was on paper the striker of this squad right now, leading the team in goals as well as shooting percentage. 22 goals on 44 shots for a 50% shooting percentage, which is, like I said, in the Premier League, it's a great shooting percentage, so nothing to shy away from. But right now, Flay is just on another level, and they're looking for another goal as well. It's going to be stopped out by Monotone Jones and the nice defense.
Strike Shut, contesting that in the midfield, still forcing the Knights to be in defense. Nice little touch, though. I like the midfield redirect from Monotone Jones. He's going to fake that one out. Pool Sharker calls it and comes almost a shot on net. just a little bit wide. Blizzard Chill trying to reset this one. Big clear from Missoul. And now the Knights need to contest the midfield, find a way of putting it back in the zone. The Blizzard will take control for the moment.
Yeah, and the Blizzard were able to just push forward at their own discretion as well. The Knights allowing them to push in on the offensive side of the pitch. So maybe a little misguided in that situation, especially where you're down 2 goals already. You may want to be looking at something different. And oh, there's a shot from Missoul and a goal.
Bit of a rare crisis of control there. I think Blizzard Chill was trying to go out and rotate in on that. Did not expect Missoul to gain control so quickly after that defensive bump. And Missoul just widening this gap, turning it into a bit of a track meet for the Blizzard this game.
And they've been very strong offensively from both Flay and Missoul as well. And they have maintained the pressure for the most part throughout the entirety of Game 1 so far. So I would expect to see them continue to keep the foot on the gas and not really allow this Knight squad to get any kind of momentum back in their favor. There's a runner the other way for him. Strike Shot's going to get in on the goal scoring.
That puts everyone on the board for the Blizzard. The Knights here looking, the defense is looking a little bit like Swiss cheese. I'd really like to see them just get a little bit more solid touches, maybe a little bit more active in the comms. We've seen them already do that. The call off of Monotone Jones to Pool Sharker, they just need to be a little bit more solid there and make sure that the touches that they do get are harder to punish.
Yeah, and that's what it really comes down to, you know. And like I said, they're also allowing the Blizzard to just do whatever they want. They're allowing them to walk into the offensive zone, which is not really something you want to do. A demo attempt here from Blizzard Chill, trying to change up the play style from the Knights. But all in all, it's really interesting here. Is now they're going to have another opportunity on the offensive zone. The Blizzard just not really bending at all. They're just keeping that midfield pressure, not allowing the Knights to do anything.
The Blizzard are staying frosty this game. There's not any indication of them slowing down. Not really any indication of weakness either. Even the 1 goal against them is not an indication that they're doing anything wrong. That's just solid play from the Knights here.
Yeah, and here comes there's a good shot coming in from Monotone Jones off a couple of misses from the Blizzard. But yeah, now a 5-2 game in favor of the Blizzard. Monotone Jones, they chose back post. I think that's kind of the right call. Strike Shot was guessing at that point, guessing upper 90 on the near post. So yeah, it's a good placement on that shot. And really at this point, I would say it's more of a momentum marker than it is getting back into the game here.
Right. If anything, it's good reinforcement for Game 2. Hospital able to control issues for Pool Sharker there, just staying still in front of the net, getting bumped out for a moment. But it looks like they're good and back into the game. Blizzard Chill tries to set this one up. You do have a passing play out. And Knights not out of this yet, but it's still very, very difficult for them. They need to start turning their attention to how they want to play Game 2, and this is a great test bed for as Monotone Jones putting this one up, bring the game to within 2.
Yeah, and mathematically, they're not out of this game by any stretch. A couple of kickoff goals is all they'll really need. I mean, and then you're back to a level game. Could be looking at an overtime period here, but 24 seconds on the clock, it's gonna take those kickoff goals. Otherwise, I would say we got, for sure, a Blizzard win in Game 1.
Blizzard just needs to play a little bit defensive, but Missoul showing no sign of it. Wanted to carry that one downtown, just like we saw in their warm-ups. Missoul getting insane car carries, then showing off the control they've got now. 50-50 out in the midfield, Monotone Jones. This is going to be just taking this all the way down to the bottom of the clock, and that will solidify a Game 1 win for the Blizzard.
Yeah, and just really running the clock down was all they really needed to do. 24 seconds was left as the last goal from the Knights came in, and that's all they really needed. They just needed that time-killing play, and that's what they did. You know, Missoul had possession of the ball on top of their car, and they were able to just get a flick out of it. Just waste as much time off the clock as possible. And it just comes down to really good offense in the early stages of the game, and then recognizing, hey, we don't really need to do anything. We can just kind of play whatever we want to play. Just do what we want, have fun with it.
That's always when Rocket League is at its best too. When you have the recognition that there's a little bit of freedom that you have with respect to the way that you want to play. You don't have to play this strictly relegated, positional, straight rotation, sweaty, try hard, hard calming the entire way. You get the chance of popping off a little bit. You get the chance of yelling with your friends. It turns it into a real fun game that I think is what we all fell in love with.
Absolutely. I mean, that's what I started playing back in 2015 when the game first came out. That's how I wanted to play, just have fun with it, and that's why I've continued to play till this day. So that's exactly right. When you're playing for the fun of it rather than just for the competition's sake, then that's exactly when you start to have the most amount of fun.
And even then, there's always the possibility that Blizzard are going to have to rein things in, if they leave too many gaps, they're going to have to start hard calming again. But for right now, I do think that you're right, that this is just a fun thing for them at the moment. This is a little bit of getting the freedom to play around and to show off up until the Knights really start hammering it home, start forcing the respect. And that might be it, as Bullsharker lobbing that in towards target. Pretty tough to knock away.
And not only that, that's now 3 unanswered goals coming out from the Knights as well. So it may be a sign of things to come here. The Knights have played pretty good in the ending part of Game 1, and now this opening flurry from Game 2. So maybe that's a sign of things to come. I don't know. It's tough to say. You can't really base it off a situational like that. You know, they were really far down in the game and just trying to put as much pressure on the Blizzard as they could. And now the Blizzard, they do find themselves down, so we'll see how they respond here.
Now, this is the first time the Blizzard were down in this series as well, but we're also early in the series, only at Game 2. Missoul, booming shot from downtown. Blizzard Chill is going to be there to pick that up. No double agent. And this time, Flay trying to pop this out, taking control, but he's out of boost. So Strike Shot has to be the one taking it, and over the backboard. Blizzard trying to extend and overextend the defense, but it's not enough. The Knights getting that one, a strong cut from Bullsharker. Missoul saves it, and now the Blizzard on the counterattack, a full run breakaway. Flay not able to get the bumps and the demos that he wants to chase out the Knights. So a lot of the back and forth, the volleyball, the short possessions that we're so used to at this level of Rocket League.
Yeah, I would say if you are either team, you want to start looking for outlet passes. So that's an opportunity for the Blizzard that goes for nothing this time. They still have the possession and the pressure right now, but that could have been a very good opportunity to tie it right back up. But yeah, like I was saying, you definitely want to see more outlet passes and trying to pass the ball to your teammate rather than just booming it downfield and giving away possession. Although that's all really the Knights need to do is just keep booming it and kill the time off the clock.
There's still a lot of time left, but that's a boom from Bullsharker, a pinch off the corner all the way downtown. Missoul giving that one up to their opponents. The Knights trying to hammer this one home. Pops off the backboard, redirect from Flay. All the way down into Knights territory. Buys a little bit of time, but Monotone Jones showing they've got a little bit of juice still in their car. Up for it, looking for an extra shot. Missoul is there to hold on to it and take it out in the midfield, but no further because the Knights are still holding on strong.
Yeah, and that was another good situation of car control coming out from Missoul and ball possession control. And they were able to keep the ball from getting too far away from themselves, and now this is a good opportunity. Oh no, this is a goal. Oh, they stopped it. Oh no, the Knights, they saved a goal. Doesn't matter though, Monotone Jones will come in for the cleanup duty. 2-0 here to the Knights.
That's actually much, much more difficult than you think for Blizzard Chill. We can talk about, you stopped the goal, that should have been a freebie, but it's so hard in the moment to read if that's going on target or not, and Blizzard Chill is just trying to cherry pick it, just trying to redirect it to the net. Instead of getting out on the side of the ball, gets in front of it and stops it. Luckily, the Knights were able to continue on this one, and that shot's just barely going wide. The Blizzard being confronted by tragedy as the game heats up and melts the ice.
Well, Strike Shot's going to have a shot of their own as well, but again, 3 players for the Knights in the net. Big clear comes out. Now the counterattack is on from the Knights. Good intercept there coming from Flay, but yeah, it seems like the Blizzard have had a couple of opportunities. They really haven't had good shots, though, coming out from it. A couple missed touches coming in. This is going to be a good opportunity, but a great read from Bullsharker on the last line of defense.
Now, I'm pretty sure that Poolsharker last season was in the Academy League, and I had the privilege of watching them then. And I feel like this is an indication, the way that I see them playing and the way that I see the Knights playing in general, they're a bit more of a download team, it looks like. The first game was a little bit slow, but towards the end of it, they finished up their download, and now I think they understand the tempo that they want to play in this match, and it's turning into a dominant performance by the Knights, at least here in Game 2 and the end of Game 1.
Yeah, sometimes it does take a team that long to get it going, and that's going to be a great read coming from Blizzard Chill off that sidewall, nice and easy into the net.
Just broken up by Poolsharker, winning that 50-50, sets it directly infield. Really solid midfield play, the Knights continuing their show of dominance.
Yeah, and a big lead here for them. I think they can kind of rest on their laurels knowing that they have made the right adjustments as well. They haven't really had any quality chances coming in from the Blizzard this time. A couple of plays have gone close, but not really with enough pace to make anything too dangerous happen in the Knights' half. So you're going to have to adjust now if you're the Blizzard.
I start to wonder, I start to think, because, you know, you had the franchise, we just saw the Premier League Knights playing earlier, and we talked about how the play styles seem almost reversed. Missoul dribbling that one almost takes the goal away, but still can't find the back of the net, unfortunately. But it almost feels like the styles of play between Premier League and Champ League here are reversed between the two teams. Knights are a much more defensive team, whereas the Blizzard were the more defensive side on Premier League, and Blizzard playing much more aggressive, much more peppering the net when the Knights were doing that last in Premier League.
Yeah, and we both have noticed that as well, so I would say that it's probably an accurate statement to have here. Clean sheet, though, going to be there for the Knights as they get a 3-0 victory here in Game 2. They keep their goals per game at 3 per game as well, so it comes down to some really good play from this Knights squad.
They're nothing if not consistent, but where I was going to go with that point, I realized I was rambling a little bit. Where I was going to go with that is, you know, I always think about when you've got these franchises, when you've got some really, really good players, you kind of get the chance of, like, bleeding a little bit of your playstyle onto some of the more developmental players. Because you get to coach them, you get to work with them and everything. But it's really interesting when you see the dichotomy, when you see the flip of playstyles between two opposite franchises, because it means that you really do, at this point in Champ League, you do have an established personality, and it comes down to just drafting these players in, kind of forming a mosaic as opposed to still developing them. And that's one of the things that I really like, is this isn't at the point where you're still, like, trying to bring these players up and turn them into your own mold of Rocket League. They already have their own personalities, they already have their own styles, and this is just now trying to find the ones that work well together.
Yeah, absolutely, and that even at the Bulls, that's what we've done from season to season. We've also done that type of drafting and scouting where it works well within who we have on the team at the time. You know, for myself, I play in Champ League as well, so you know, I try to bring people in that seem to fit my play style, and I think I've got a good squad like that, and I think that the Knights and the Blizzard are doing the same exact thing here. So to your point, I would have to agree with you. It does come to a point where these players already have their own play styles and their own mechanical plays that they are comfortable with, that make it so that they are who they are.
And that's the joy of Rocket League. It's a very expressive, creative game. Poolsharker breaking this one up on the defense. Push infield from the Blizzard, not able to convert though. Blizzard banging off the back. Almost converting from Missoul. Monotone Jones is there to break this one up. Jumping in, strike shot finds the upper 90 to break the ice, and the Blizzard getting frigid here.
Yeah, and that's a really good bump as well, coming in from Flay on the near post, bumping Monotone Jones out of the save opportunity to give that open net opportunity to strike shots. So very well done there, and good communication coming from the Blizzard.
Missoul getting stolen away from them in the backfield. Monotone Jones trying to look for a bump. It's a little bit slow on this though. Poolsharker takes possession, gives it off to a teammate. And now Monotone Jones contesting. Big 50-50. Poolsharker there to pick it up, recovering quickly. Letting their teammate come in for it, but there's no one home. That means the Blizzard going to take advantage of it. Beating the defender, but the rotation's already there. Monotone Jones ready in net. Poolsharker deflecting away. Shot's not good yet. Blizzard still trying to pressure it up, beating 2 defenders, forcing the rotations back in towards the shooting lane, but no one's there populating it. And now the Knights will start their own counterattack, but it's slow, it's a little bit clumsy, and the shot's back by the Blizzard onto the Knights field.
And again, we're seeing the Blizzard continue to have pressure from midfield forward, and a shot comes in again. And the Knights not really able to generate anything out into the offensive zone. The opportunity's not there like they were in game number 2 and tail end of game 1. So it's a tough situation to see from the Knights, and they're playing the defensive game set, but they're not able to get those counterattacks out either right now.
But that's also kind of what we were seeing from the Knights in general. They do have a much more counter-attacking style. This big booming shot from Monotone Jones might be it for the double touch, but broken up by Flay. But even then, when the Knights are doing good, it's on the back of these big controls out of the midfield trying to stretch the zone. But when they're getting beaten like they were in game 1, it's just because you don't get the opportunity of counterattacking. The Blizzard feel much more in control of their pace.
Yeah, they have been in the control of everything, really. Here's a passing play coming from Flay to Mazul, but another stop out by the Knights defense. And now here's that counterattack that they were desperately looking for, but it's going to be thwarted once again by the Blizzard defense. The rotations are pretty good from both the Blizzard and the Knights, but if you're looking for counterattacks, you got to be able to generate something when you have opportunities like that. That's going to be a chance! Oh, off the crossbar!
Oh, what a save by Flay! Knights still trying to push in on this. The thing that I notice about them, the key to the Knights' success so far, every time they get a counterattack, Poolsharker pushing this one through off the pass. But every time they get a counterattack, it's when Mazul is the one that they're striking against. When Mazul is the one who was the striker, and you pull him out of position.
And that could be something that they're noticing as well. They could be noticing that Mazul is out of position, and they're trying to push the advantage in that situation. Mazul has shown good car control in both ends of the field, so maybe they're trying to say, okay, if Mazul is going to be your go-to player to get the ball out, we're going to try to take them out of position on the counterattacks in the transition game and make it so they are chasing the ball from behind and not allowing them to get the control and take it away and get a counterattack the other way for the Blizzard.
Oh no, Flay gets beat on the 50-50. Monotone Jones there with the dunk, giving the Knights the lead here in Game 3, in danger of putting this on series point.
Yeah, and, you know, they were down for so long, it seemed like they were going to be staying down, but they've changed their play style now, and they're playing a little quicker. I think the Knights have what it takes here to lock it down on the defensive half and not let the Blizzard strike again, and maybe this stays at a 2-1 advantage.
Blizzard chill with some nice plays there, trying to take that one out of their own side. Poolsharker goes up after Monotone Jones contesting on the backboard. Blizzard chill waiting in net, full boost ready up on this one. Going to take this out on the sideboard, but there's no one to follow it up. Flay has the high-flying action, looks for the backboard, but it is defended by the Knights. Now Strike Shot leaving the backfield open. This could be it. Poolsharker stopped by Mazul, and that is the secret to the defense. When Mazul's in position, it is so hard to beat. That will be a downtown shot that is just wide of the net for the Blizzard.
They do have possession, though, and they're starting to get some stuff started out on the offense, but great job getting a touch from Poolsharker. Ball into the middle, and there it is, the counterattack again. This time Mazul was back, but was beaten on this challenge in the corner.
So fast in transition is the Knights. They've got this two-pronged offense where they're more than happy to make the passing play. There's always someone in position. They were doing that even from game 1. I think the very first goal that we saw this series was off of one of those quarter passes. That's just having someone right there for the Knights. And they're going to get away on this one, but Strike Shot there to punish. But think about that positioning.
That positioning seems a little strange, honestly. Monotone Jones does get the first touch, but nobody's on the back post rotating back again. I honestly didn't expect a generated attack there at all in that situation, but that ball does come from the corner. Like you said, passing plays from the corner. And this is another goal coming right back Man, the Blizzard just striking quickly, and they tie it up.
The big concept behind this that I'm thinking about is strike shot, and strike shot, especially in these last 2 goals, has been coming from much more in the midfield, taking longer shots and more waiting for the Knights to throw it away. Whereas the Knights are making all of their offense happen off very, very near plays and short passes off the backboard. So I think that's actually the big component of the difference between these two teams and what's leading to both of their successes.
Well, we're going to see if either team can continue generating those opportunities that have been successful for them. It is still up, 0 seconds on the clock, so as long as they keep it up, we could still see a goal. No, it will touch the ground there. I think the Blizzard wanted that more to be going to overtime than the Knights did. They had the offensive advantage, but I think you're going to find that it really is a battle of the two good opportunities and the 2 advantages that both these teams have.
But I think one of the big things that I want to see the Blizzard doing actually is trying to play a little bit more of the short game in the last third. Missoul racing up on that one, doing exactly what I was asking for, coming up, charging, taking the play off the corner, and putting the nail in the coffin to win Game 3.
Yeah, and there was a bump play as well that was happening, but it didn't come in as a demo. It was just like a forced jump, and it put the Knights in an awkward spot defensively, and Monotone Jones tried to make that save, going over the shoulder to make it, but not able to do so. But yeah, great job from the Blizzard executing when it mattered most in that overtime, and they do find themselves on series point right now.
So Blizzard, they took Series 1 in Premier League. I wonder if they're going to get a complete sweep here in their series against the Knights. It's been looking a little bit better for the Blizzard this season so far. They are the ever so slight favorites, but the Knights are definitely not out of this by any means, and I do think that both of these teams are incredibly strong. It can go either way here in Games 4 and 5.
Yeah, absolutely, and once again, hey, by the way, the Knights still shooting with 3 goals per game. That's 3 games in a row. They've scored 3 goals per game. So I think the magic number for the Blizzard is 4 right now. That would be the number you strive for, because the Knights are consistent on getting 3 goals per game.
If I had to give a line to this game, I'd give an over-under of 3 goals.
For the Knights anyway, yes, absolutely.
Right.
So
even then, you still give the Blizzard that too, because if they take over 3, then you've absolutely got the win. But it's so consistent by the Knights, it's almost eerie.
Yeah, it's kind of strange how they continue to get 3, 3, 3. So we'll see if they get another 3 here in game number 4. But if you're the Knights, I would hope that you can at least shut down the attack of the Blizzard here in this game, force the game 5 with a chance at winning the series.
Play coming from midfield has a strong air dribble play. Strike shot going to come in. Mizzle is not right there to pick that one up. A load of a misread out of the corner. But the Knights are on offense, looking for the bump play. Not going to find anyone in the net. Play. Nice flick over top. Out to Mizzle. The demo! It's right in front of the net, but Mizzle clears it from the net instead. Just trying to continue the offense. Bumps it to the corner, giving it away to the Knights, actually. They're going to get a strong clear. Strike shot looking for the chase down. It's not in position. Really clumsy for the Blizzard. They do find the clear. Mizzle planting directly in front of that one. It's not out of the woods yet.
Well, now they're going to have an opportunity on the offensive side as well. Play with a big ball across the field, looking for a teammate, but it doesn't really look like either team is getting into their strategies right now. And that's a big dunk from Blizzard, Chill. That's going to give the Knights their first goal of this game. But like I was saying, it doesn't really seem like either team is getting into their play style right now.
No, this is another feeler game, it feels like. Same way that the Premier League Game 3 was, this is a feeler game where even though you do have the Knights on the board, neither of them are really where they feel comfortable. I'm sensing a lot of clunkiness, a lot of clumsiness, a lot of trepidation from both teams. Monotone Jones with a good dunk there. Oh no, that's going in towards midfield. Pool Shark are going to chase this down, looking for a really awkward touch. Nice control from Mizzle to break Pool Sharker's axles and get that one away and into the Knights' territory.
And that was a good possession touch as well from the Knights to get it back into their corner, so they still had the advantage. Now they find themselves in the offensive zone as Pool Sharker is going to pick it up there, and I'm wondering if they're going to continue to try to feel like this clunky play style is going to work for them, or if they're looking to maybe change it up and find something that's more efficient and effective for them.
Missoula getting really heavy on the demolitions here. I think the Blizzard are trying to find a much more physical play style to close this one out. Almost getting the ground pinch by Flame, not coming away with it just yet. Missoula there to pick up the pass, puts a booming shot in, but Pool Sharker's there to save it. Blizzard chill with the demo, strike shot, pushing it to the corner, and that's just going to be the opportunity for the Knights to start moving downfield. Blizzard chill demo, looking to get an open field, but Play respawning behind one-on-one situation, broken up by the chase down demo. And this is an absolute scrapyard.
Yeah, there have been a lot of demos here, so both teams getting a lot more physical so far in this game. So it's not what you would anticipate from these two teams. They haven't really shown that they want to get that bumping physical game as their primary strategies, but it does seem to be working. Neither team is scoring off of it, so they're kind of counteracting each other right now.
Maybe that's the reason why we think this game feels a little bit kludgy, just because both these teams are being thrown off of their standard game plan by the raw aggression, by the raw bodying out of position. Blizzard Chill almost gets a redirect there, put that on target. He's going to whiff, which means Missoula coming down off the corner. Blizzard finally get that one out of their own side, chipping out, but the Knights will take full possession again. There's no one there to receive that tap. Out the corner, looking to waterfall down across the net. Still no one there, but Missoula going to at least keep the possession going. Blizzard Chill reads that perfectly, booms it downfield to strike shut. Blizzard and the Knights here just playing a little bit of the back and forth volleyball game. They don't manage to connect a lot of these offensive passes. They're just looking for big clears, big safety, and that's going to benefit the Knights more because that doesn't turn into offensive plays when you're playing that safe.
Yeah, and with less than 60 seconds on the clock, you really need to start getting a little bit more aggressive here if you're the Blizzard. Not really getting good opportunities is going to really be the downfall here, and now there's going to be a chance for the Knights to extend it with that insurance marker as Monotone Jones makes it a 2-0 game.
I feel like the Blizzard here are playing way too safe, even with the demo style. The Knights are more than happy to play it slow, more than happy to just look for the punishes. And that's what works for them overall. That's been their strategy all series long. This is a bit of a strategical misstep, if I may say, by the Blizzard, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would say so. But so far we have seen a scoreless game pitched by the Knights. That's going to go away if I don't cast a cursor. But good save comes out for Monotone Jones to save me from that little mishap. But no, the game that they won, which was game 2, they won that 3-0, and right now they're up 2-0. So they also still need another goal as well, do the Knights, to keep their 3 goals per game average intact. 10 seconds on the clock, though. I mean, there's an opportunity. It's on target. It's going to be stopped out by play. And time down here. Yeah, ball goes down.
Knights are creatures of tradition, and the tradition has been broken. Despite the Knights taking the victory, they're not going to look their gift horse in the mouth. I think that there is some definite grievance going on here by the Knights because that last shot from Pool Sharker missed. They no longer have 3 points in a game. I mean, at that point, it's just tragic. It's not even Rocket League anymore. You didn't get 3 goals.
Hey, they still, you know something though? They still were able to keep their tradition because they now have 2 clean sheets in their victories. So when they win, they play good defense. They don't allow their opponents to score. So they still have some tradition to be had there.
And when they lose, they score 3 goals. That's perfect.
See, there we go. That's all it is. They just have to score, have to not let the other team score. That's kind of, the John Madden approach to Rocket League analysis. Don't allow the other team to score and score more than they do. So, yeah, that's exactly what the Knights did here, and they won the game. Shocker.
If you put more goals in the net than the opponent team, I think you're going to win.
That's pretty good analysis right there, John. Thank you very much. But going into game number 5, this is now a 2-2 series. Either team has a chance at the victory here in this game. So, who you got your money on?
I really want to see Flay come out. I loved Flay game 1. I like the way that the Blizzard are playing, and honestly, I just like the storyline of the franchise taking 2 leagues in a 3-2 series. So I want to get Blizzard going just ever so slightly in like maybe a 4-3 game.
Oh, I see what you did there. 3 goals scored for the Knights, and 4 scored for the Blizzard. That's kind of fitting, if you wouldn't say that. They lose the game, but they get the 3 goals back and all that. So I'm gonna go with the Knights. I think they're gonna break it out here, and they're gonna finally give up a goal though here, right here. Maybe not.
No, it's not yet. Oh.
There it is. But hey, you know what that means? The Blizzard are probably gonna win because they've scored.
Right. I think no, game 4, the Blizzard started off. No, no, you're right, because every time the Knights have won, they got the shutout.
Yes.
This makes sense.
And so now we have to go Blizzard, right? Because they've scored a goal here. So, well, or we could just break tradition. That also would work as well. Knights getting a goal would be great right here. That's a shot off the backboard. Oh, it's touched in by Mazul, but it's going to go wide. So I got a feeling that you're going to find this to be a closer game than I think either one of us are expecting. Both teams are playing pretty good though right now, and more physical play coming out from the Knights, which I don't think either team was really expecting.
It feels like a bit of a fracas, a scrum in the midfield from the Knights. Everyone's just all bunched up, and it turns this into an impossible to dodge physical play. But Mazul, the breakout player, the one who's already downfield, receives the pass here, receives the clear from Strikeshot. There's nobody home because, well, they pulled the goalie on the Knights.
Yeah, and honestly, that was what I wanted to see from these teams, with some more upfield passes on outlets from the defensive zone. So well done here from the Blizzard, and they do have a 2-goal advantage in the first minute of gameplay. So that's what you want to see if you're a Blizzard fan and player, because they also have a pattern developing here. They won games 3 and games 1, so they have the odd number games. So now I have to go with the Blizzard.
This just feels like numerology, Chaser. We're looking for patterns in the Ivy. We're looking for patterns in tea leaves. I wonder if it's just a little bit random. All the happenstance is just happenstance, but the Blizzard will come away with it anyways. I got to be right in my prediction at least.
Somebody's got to be right in the predictions, because I predicted the Knights right now, and they aren't looking too good right this moment. They're gonna have a good opportunity coming in for Monotone Jones, as they have leveled the shot department as well. Oh, that's a great opportunity coming in from Pool Sharker. It's going to be stopped out, though, by the defense.
A lot of last-second defense here from the Blizzard. They're playing with fire, but they're not getting melted yet, which is really working out for them. I think it kind of leads to overextension. It leads to really getting the wild adrenaline rush for the Knights. And I would not want to be in their shoes, because my blood pressure would be spiking all over the place.
And that play would have been a blood pressure spiking instance as well, as that was very close to being a shot on target. But again, like you said, they're playing with fire, not playing a very overextension type of gameplay right now. They're up 2. They don't need to extend too far forward. They can just kind of play their game again and not really have to worry about it. Kill as much time off the clock as you've got 2 minutes and 15 seconds there, and you got the victory if you do that.
Ball back into the Blizzard territory for a moment. Mazul taking possession, showing off that fancy footwork, breaks 2 axles, gets the 3rd demo, but not too much that can be developed with it, just a good demoralization tactic.
Oh man, that demo is big as well, but it's on the wrong side of the field if you are the Knights, as Flay trying to set this up for the Blizzard again. And they just keep trying to pepper the net with shot after shot, and that's dangerous here. Oh boy, there's a nice empty net for Mazul to give the Blizzard a 3-0 advantage.
And this really is Blizzard country at this point. I think the winds have started whipping up. The Knights need to find shelter, need to really hunker down and do something with this game, but it is looking really rough. Their offense is looking anemic. Their defense is being riddled with shots. And this is not the Knights that we've seen in the last couple games.
And really, the shot differential isn't that big right now. It's a 7-6 advantage for the Blizzard. But I would say that the quality of opportunities from the Blizzard are just a little more significant. You're not seeing as many high-paced type of plays coming from the Knights. They're slow and methodical, but they're not really putting them in dangerous spots on the Blizzard's back line.
There's not credible threats, but Monotone Jones trying to set one up. Oh no, just off the post. Blizzard going to start their own counterattack. Strike shot out to the midfield, broken up by Blizzard Chill. Flay taking this one off the wall. Big awkward angle. Strike shot will take it away, wins the 50-50, chases it downfield. The Blizzard more than going away with this game, still holding the 3-0. They're happy to take any play that they can get as long as it doesn't go into the back of their own net.
Yeah, absolutely. They're looking for a clean sheet of their own in this game 5 right now, and maybe looking for another goal as well, as that ball is into the middle. Flay almost getting around that in time to get it into the net, but again, now they've got a lot of pressure on the back line through the Knights, and a demo coming out, just another time-wasting play. Here comes Mazul for a shot, and that's a 4th goal. Hey, that's the magic number that we've been looking for from the Blizzard.
We get the over-under on 3, but the problem here is that the Knights haven't even found a single goal. They're breaking their tradition hard at this point. This is showing a lot of reminiscence of Game 1 without the counter pressure from the Knights. So the Blizzard really did find their footwork, they found their roots, and I think that they're going to come away with this series in a commanding fashion and show the league that they're ready to break out of the middle of the pack.
Yeah, 10 seconds remaining here. Time just ticking down away, and I think the Blizzard, actually they are going to give up their clean sheet there with 2 seconds remaining. So 4-1 advantage now. And that's the type of play you wanted to see from the Knights from the start of this game number 5. And they couldn't find him. I don't know if it was a pacing issue from the Blizzard being a little quicker, or if the Knights just couldn't find it this game. Unfortunately for them, that's going to do it here. The Blizzard, they take a 3-2 win here in Champ League, just like they did in Premier League.
Right. Blizzard continuing their franchise legacy. The Blizzard will be moving up to a series score of 4-2 with 16-14 as their game record. Meanwhile, the Knights will be 12-18 with a series score of 1-5. A little bit tragic for them. It's a tough season, but they are still strong contenders, just not quite able to clinch away the series when they need to.
Yeah, so I would say for their sake, just keep working at it. Their game plan was working in their favor in the games that they won. You know, they had the 2 clean sheet wins with a 3-0 and 2-0 game wins in games 2 and 4. So just stick with what works there. Let it rub off the back. I mean, there wasn't really anything they could do in the situation. The Blizzard's offense was just on another level in that game 5.
The Knights need to start emulating a duck. They've got to be calm and composed on the surface and paddling like the devil underneath. Yeah, but overall, I think this was a really strong showing. I think that this is definitely a competitive team, especially if they can iron out the kinks. But that's all that we're going to have here for me and Chaser. So I am glad to have been with you. I am glad to have gotten to have the chance to cast with you, Chaser. We're going to be handing this one off after a break to a brand new set of teams, brand new set of casters, but the same high quality, high octane action. So stay tuned.